Okay, fair point.
It's just something
Fair
I'd like
point.
to know if you had an idea or the reasoning behind it or what's going on.
Not familiar with it, but we can definitely look into that.
Okay, because they charged me one permit for pouring the cement, and another for the garage that isn't built yet, but will be
Okay.
constructed. Won't be near as big as the one I had.
Mhm.
Or as nice, but that's neither here nor there.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Okay, we'll take that into consideration.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you bringing it up.
We thank you for what you guys have been doing for us out there. It's so much nicer to be able to watch the kids, be able to go out in the street and play.
The yards.
And look out and see the green instead of holes.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Val Hauer for 8 Penrose. Morgan would like to know what the next phase is as far as, in particular, filling in the dirt around her house. Anybody?
And she lives on
She,
Penrose?
it's Julie's property all the way behind her, and she sloped it down, but she keeps having to slope it out, way out, because she can't keep the dirt up there.
Yeah.
And then it'll be staying, or Rusty and Katie's house that's on the other side. That's just a big hole.
Okay. Yeah, maybe Jeff can
Yeah, just to-
address that.
One of the things that I've asked Stockwell to put together is a grading scenario once we complete the lot acquisitions so that we can, a grading scenario that would eliminate some of these drop-offs in all the areas and provide a better contour for the neighborhood. And then also on the lake lots to try to at least establish a shoreline and clean up the shoreline on North Shore. So once that's done, I'll be bringing a proposal here with John's help and Stockwell to present to the commissioners for doing that hopefully this winter.
Good, because, I mean, between her and Cameron's house, it's a big hole, and it'd be nice to make it a nice neighborhood again that's just flat between them. And then to at least have something that would keep the dirt from falling away if you're not gonna fill in the whole thing. Concrete, I don't know what you could do there to keep that from falling away for her.
We'll be bringing some proposals forth here, probably right after the first of the year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. Moving on to agenda item number 1, planning and zoning. Approval of Lot 1A and Lot 1B of Tract 3 Union Crossing and a declaration of a permanent drainage easement.
Yeah, Amy, if you want to pull that up, you can see it, but it's pretty straightforward plat. Plats out 2 lots over in the Union Crossing area along Sioux Point Road. They're being platted for future transfer as commercial property. The city staff, building inspector, Stockwell, we've all reviewed the plat. Confirms everything meets city regulations. The Planning Commission approved the plat at its November 12th meeting unanimously and forwarded on to the City Commission for approval, or for consideration of approval. See, it's those 2 lots. It's like it's sideways there, but I don't know if you can flip it, Amy.
Is this the commercial? This is the commercial
Yeah.
lots.
Yep, so there's Lot 1A there. It's a little over 2.1 acres. Lot 1B is a little over 2.5 acres there.
Any questions on the plats? Okay, if no questions, look for a motion to approve the plat.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. And then is the declaration of the permanent drainage easement, is that a separate
Yes.
It is.
document? Okay.
Yeah, I can speak to that. This is similar to the declaration of permanent drainage easement that we previously did for the other approved 3 lots earlier this summer. The difference here is that there's no section for a municipal utility, but the other stormwater drainage requirements are met by this agreement. So this is very similar language and standard that we have implemented for the other Union Crossing properties. And we'll make sure that all of that attaches to the land, and future owners are obligated to follow the same expectations for stormwater drainage. So the agreement would just need to be approved by the commission.
Okay. For a motion on that?
So moved.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, the next item is approval of Lot 3A of Lot 3 of Coddington's first edition.
Yeah, Randy Coddington has submitted this plat. Ultimately, what he wants to do is create this parcel, which he would then go through the rezoning. He would then go through the rezoning process to rezone it highway commercial. Ultimately, he wants to do just a storage shed along, maybe along Sodrec there, or just right north of the fire department. So he's going through the plating process now. Stockwell and city staff did review the plat for conformance with zoning regulations and city standards, and the plat does meet all of the standards. The planning commission reviewed and approved the plat at its November 12th meeting. It was a unanimous vote and recommended approval to the city commission. So you can see plat here. It's right along Sodrec Drive. Went through the planning commission pretty quickly, painlessly, and again, they recommended approval. That next step would be to go through the rezoning process and then ultimately a building permit for storage purposes.
Any questions on that? If not, we'll look for a motion to approve.
I'll motion to approve it.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, the third item is first reading of the ordinance 2025-10, changing terms of planning and zoning.
Yeah, as we talked about at the last city commission meeting, due to some prior adjustment to the ordinance which covers the planning commission, all of the 5 positions on the Planning and Zoning Commission are coming up in February, along with the 2 alternate positions as well. The last meeting, the commission wanted to see an adjustment to the ordinance to allow for staggered terms. We worked with Sarah on an amendment to the ordinance to accomplish staggered terms, so that's really what this does. About half of the terms would be 1-year terms, the other half being 2-year terms, then going forward it'd be 2-year terms. So this amendment accomplishes the staggered terms that we talked about at the last commission meeting.
The other thing it does allow is that you may reappoint individuals for additional terms. So for those individuals that are serving a 1-year term for 26 only, they could be reappointed if they were willing and the commission was still wanting them to serve in that capacity, or anyone else in those terms going forward.
Yeah, and I'll just point out, we haven't received a letter of interest in serving on the planning commission, so if there is anyone out there listening who is interested, the deadline is December 5th to please submit a letter of interest. There's been some verbal indications that letters are coming, but none in yet, so I just wanted to reiterate, if someone's interested in serving on the planning commission, to please submit a letter of interest so that can be considered.
Sounds good. Look for a motion to approve the
So moved.
amendment?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thanks, Andrew. All right, moving on to North Shore Bypass update. Is there, I think we're talking about land acquisition.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a few moments in executive session to update you update the commission where we're at with the land acquisition. We had our closeout meeting on the 10th. We've had some movement here and there on a couple of the parcels that I'd like to update you on.
Okay, if everybody's okay with that, look for a motion to move into closed session.
So moved.
Second.
And I will have to abstain.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, we'll take, how long do you think this
Be
might
about
take?
15 minutes, I think,
Okay.
15 to 20.
Okay. Hey, Kevin. Jessica's husband said that's not streaming.
Right, I started about 3 minutes early.
Oh, okay.
So it's going, and then my system crashed, we're doing it, so it's streaming now.
Oh, okay.
There's about 5 minutes there, I've got it recorded here, so I can post the first part or later.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be here. sure they had insurance for that. They got a mortgage on that, I'm sure that people can pay that off. So now they gotta pay on this and then have to have something else. A lot of them were covered because they were man-made. Oh, so what? I didn't get no news. It's just, it was bad all over. It never happened again. Oh, really? I wonder how they dug it out so bad. I heard that there was a three bodies. So I don't know if that's true or not. That's what I heard. Listen, I had two real big evergreens. And they're gone. I don't know where they went.
Well, it was two.
And one,
So now we have.
Okay. Look for a motion to come out of closed session.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I have to abstain.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. No action needed there. Moving on to addendum to memorandum of understanding with Dakota Dunes on potable water interconnect.
Yeah, back in 2023, Dakota Dunes and North Sioux City got together and connected their water systems. The connection point is up there at the Southwest Lift Station. The reason being is so both communities could help each other in emergency situations to provide water. The MOU kind of spelled out how that capital project went down. That's been completed. The water flows between our two communities by pressure. So when our pressure drops below a certain set point, water flows this way, and when their pressure drops, water flows that way. Pressure will drop in your system when you have a bad water main break or something like that, or a water tower failure or whatever. And so it just kind of allows some redundancies for both of our systems. The one thing that the amendment didn't do was establish a cost per 1,000 gallons. This amendment would set it at $3.50 per thousand. North Sioux City has used this, Rusty, twice?
Yeah. 2 different times, up to about 1 million gallons.
2 different times when we were doing repairs to the water treatment plant on Streeter Drive. So for the water that came our way, we paid them $3.50 per thousand. And so if the water ever had to go back the other way, we would charge them $3.50.
They've never had to use it?
They've never had to use it, but they're also connected to Sioux City on the other side, which also benefits us pressure-wise, so.
Okay. Look for a motion on that addendum.
So moved.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, moving on to cost recovery resolution number 2025-12.
Yeah, if you look at the memo on this, the city has financed 7.7 million, or no, they financed 5.3 million of a $7.7 million project to establish the Southwest Lift Station, which opened up more development for Union Crossing. It will also service the parts of the community and new part of the community potentially on the east side of the interstate south of River Drive. This resolution, in order to attract the debt financing, the council at the time passed an ordinance to authorize a cost recovery of up to $10,000 per acre. But to enact it, we have a resolution on the agenda today that establishes that for the Union Crossing area. It'll charge $10,000 per acre for the 79.33 total acres in that development. So that development will raise $793,300 in debt service for to service that 5.3 million in debt. The other parts of the community that need to be a resolution passed for would be on the west or the east side of the interstate, and that's not even in the community yet. So when that comes into the community, we'll have to pass another resolution to address those. And then anything to the west and south, in other words, west of Union Crossing, would also become part of this resolution at some point. So the resolution allows us to collect it, and we'll collect it at the time the connections are made via water meter.
So all the 79 acres is south of River Drive on both sides of the interstate?
This 79.33 acres is all of Union Crossing.
Oh, it's nothing on the east side?
Nothing on the east side yet.
Okay.
It does establish the rate that will be used for this project, so it's that up to the maximum of the $10,000 per acre for anything future, and it reserves the right to pass further resolutions, so we would implement it. But the amounts that are imposed are just for the Union Crossing area.
I just wanted to note that the $10,000 per acre, even if we got all the acres in there, isn't gonna cover all the cost. We'll have to supplement it with rate revenue.
Okay. Look for a motion to approve the cost recovery resolution.
I'll make a motion to approve the motion. To approve
The resolution.
the resolution, sorry.
Second.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, next is Streeter Drive Water Treatment Plant Expansion. Final pay request number 20.
So this pay request that you see in front of you is for the final pay request for the Streeter Drive Water Treatment Plant Expansion Project. We did get all the punch list items completed, all the, I guess, the work that was outstanding has been completed to our satisfaction. It does start the warranty period, so there's a warranty period for 1 year. So we'll do a warranty inspection next summer. And once that's completed, we'll have the contractor, if there's any items to repair, we'll have them take care of those things. But we recommend approval of pay request number 20 for $371,182.20.
Any questions for John?
I'll make the motion to approve pay request 20 for, to finalize the Streeter Drive project.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Speaking of, oh, that was water treatment. Now we're on lift stations. River Drive and Centennial Lift Station update. And I know we're working on land acquisition as well on those.
Yeah, at the last meeting, the commission authorized some offers to two parcels for this purpose, and I'd like to just give you an update in executive session as to where those are at.
All right, is there a motion to move into executive session?
I make the motion to move into executive session.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay.
Probably another
I'll make the motion to close out of the executive session and resume our regular session.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. All right, no action needed there. Next up is financial application for abatement refund of property tax.
Yeah, we got 2 more applications in, so they're listed here. The total cost to the city would be $381.35.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve that application?
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. October financial statements.
Okay, for October, the last few months here, our cash has been relatively steady. Our cash flow for the month, for the general fund, we're up $174,000 for October, 1.1 million year to date. Water fund, we're up $73,000 for October, 591,000 year to date. Operating expenses only in the sewer fund, we're up 21,000 for October and 261,000 year to date. What we come down in the sewer fund, and we had $231,000 of capital project expenses for the 2 new lift stations and 81,000 in debt service for our Southwest Lift Station loan. So that brings our cash for October in the sewer fund to a negative $291,000. Garbage is actually positive for October and year-to-date by $2,500. Other funds, 133 for October and 647 year-to-date. So our regular day-to-day operating expenditures, we are at 404,000 year-to-date and 2.6 million, 404,000 for October, 2.6 million year-to-date. But then we have to figure in our capital projects, our flood recovery, and our debt service payments, which brings us to $177,000 increase in cash for October and 2.3 million increase year-to-date. Note that this is cash, and so it doesn't take into account any depreciation that we would want to accumulate for replacement of assets. So when we know that we, especially for sewer here, need to do some kind of rate adjustments. But before we do that, we've been looking into maybe some inefficiencies in what we have going on right now, looking at what we are producing. The sewer produced is this blue line up here. The sewer billed is the red line. So we've been going back 3-4 years to try to see trends and what have you. For the most part, they do kind of mimic each other, but we are trying to figure out, we're looking into some new metering systems for the sewage so we can make sure we are billing appropriately. And the same thing for the water. So this blue line here is the water produced, and the purple here is total water billed. So there is a bigger gap during the summer months when we're watering lawns. And now we're, at least you see a trend, and they follow each other, so that's good. This green line here is our major industrial users and the amount of water they use. The orange here is commercial gallons billed, and then the bottom one here is the residential gallons billed. Looking at the water loss percentage, we're kind of all over the board. Leaks here and there. Summer months watering. There's just a lot of different things we haven't quite put our finger on exactly what's going on every month, but we kind of are seeing a downward trend in the loss. We're somewhere between 25 and I'd say 5%. We really would like to be here somewhere between the 5 and the 10. So that's our goal. We're monitoring it monthly as we go along and seeing if we can find some money or some inefficiencies there to avoid the rate increases. So that's all I have.
So one of our objectives early on was to bring you water and sewer rate increases before now, but I think that my hope would maybe we can do that by the first quarter as we try to get a handle on that. That's quite a, you know, if you're not billing out for 1 of every 4 gallons of water at 25%, you need to make sure that all of our gallons that we're currently producing, both on the water and the sewer, we're collecting properly for those before we adjust rates, because if we do it and we might overcharge. And so we want to make sure that that we're reconciling our water produced and our water sold and our sewer produced and sewer sold. So that's kind of what's involved in this exercise. We're also, the city's also undertaking a pretty large meter change out program that will occur over 26 and 27. And that should improve our accuracy on what we're billing. Right now, we have a lot of old meters out there that have never been changed out. So that's one of the things that we brought to you in the 2026 budget, was to kind of improve that accuracy so that we can make sure that we're billing the customer properly.
You looking for approval on those?
Nope, just.
Okay.
Just for you.
Any other questions on that? Okay, move on to approval of bills.
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, I think we are at the end, so look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right.